Hi everyone, Eric here, and I'm here for Entertainment with Eric, my website. And for the final presentation, as opposed to doing a written piece, I decided to do a video piece. So for this, I'm going to be analyzing three different shows and the premiere episodes of each show. So I did 13 Reasons Why, which is on Netflix, Westworld, which is on HBO, and then Big Little Lies, which is also on HBO. So the first show I watched was 13 Reasons Why, and there was definitely I had some pros and cons about the show. The basis of it is a girl in high school. It's Catherine Langford who portrays Hannah Baker, and she is a girl that commits suicide as a result of bullying and just things that goes on in her life. And the show explores each episode a different person that kind of led her to the breaking point of eventual suicide that we see latest in the show. So overall, I think that it was good that the show sparked up some conversations about suicide. It's not something that we see a lot on television. It's obviously a very touchy subject, and it was good to explore that and to see things that high schoolers have to deal with, and bullying, which is kind of something that most people have to deal with in their lives. So I think that was good. The thing I was a little bit iffy about the show with was just the way they did the tapes of each episode, with how she created all these tapes of basically just like blaming a person each episode that led to her, and obviously not excusing the actions of the people that bullied her. But I also didn't know if that was like an accurate depiction. Obviously, it's a television show, so there's added drama to the mix. But that was something I was a little iffy about, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel when I watch the rest of the show about that. But I still think that sparking up conversations about suicide was something that the show has done successfully in a positive way. And I think that it is a good reflection on that. And I'm excited to see the rest of the show and see what they have in store for us. So the second episode I watched was from Big Little Lies on HBO, and I thought it was great. Of the three that I watched, this was definitely my favorite. The show stars Shailene Woodley, Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, which is obviously a great cast just by those names itself. And I thought that the show did an amazing job at us as us the viewers being able to understand and be invested in the characters in the show, but then also leaving us with wanting more from the show and wanting to get to know the characters more and see what happens and transpires. And I think that's something that a premiere episode of a television show should be doing. And I think if it does it correctly, it can nail it and keep viewers invested throughout more episodes and more seasons and whatnot. It's something that we've seen successful TV shows in the past do, and I think you can throw Big Little Lies in there as having done that. I just feel like I'm super invested in the characters that we've met thus far, but also they've left us with some mystery and wanting to know more about them and what goes on, and then they have an overall kind of storyline that I think we're going to be seeing throughout the season of the 7 episodes of a murder, and we know that somebody's going to get killed, and it involves the characters that we met thus far, but we don't know the details and what's going to happen, and that leaves us with a long-term storyline that we get to explore throughout the season. And so far, this show I thought was great. I'm super excited to continue it, and I think that there is going to be a lot of intrigue in store for what's to come for the show. So the last show that I watched was another HBO show. It was called Westworld, and I'm going to be honest, I literally have no idea what just happened in that hour and like 20 minutes, yeah, it was that long, that I watched. I'm not gonna lie, I literally went on Wikipedia, which I love Wikipedia. I do this for like every show. And I literally read the summary of the episode to get an understanding of what happened, and I still don't know. So I wish I could sit here and tell you what happened, but I don't know. It was just confusing. I think the interesting thing about the show is that it blends together like Western world and then the sci-fi world, and there's two very different genres, and we see each of those a lot in television, sci-fi especially nowadays, but we've never seen them mixed together. So I think that's something that the show has going for it in a really interesting way. However, it was super complex, and I actually like complex shows. Lost, Game of Thrones, I love those shows. But for some reason, I don't know if it was my never diagnosed ADD that is kicked in during the show, but I did not know what was going on, and I couldn't focus. Thank God for Wikipedia, because it helped me out a bit. So I definitely need to pay attention during episode 2 a little bit more and try to get a better understanding about what's going on. But I've heard great things about the show. It seems super interesting. I just don't know what happened. But I'm definitely going to continue with it. And I'm excited to see what's in store because I've heard great things. And I really want to try to get hooked onto the show that so many people say doesn't fail to deliver by the time you get to the end of the season. So I'm looking forward to it. So those are my three reviews of the three shows I watched. If I had to rank them based on my most enjoying to least enjoyment, Big Little Lies was definitely number one. I think that's gonna be the show that I carry on through for now. Watching the rest, 13 Reasons Why was number two. I enjoyed it, but there's some things I'm a little iffy about. And then Westworld, just because I have no idea what happened during that 800 minutes that I watched of the show. But I'm still gonna give it a shot because I might as well. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see more material on my website, Entertainment by Eric, feel free and you can see other blog posts and written works that I have uploaded. Thank you.